Hello from Topeka. I'm Marley Carpenter, your KSCPA lobbyist. Last Wednesday was the last day for all non-exempt bills to be considered in either chamber, so the House and Senate spent Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday debating and passing nearly 130 bills. The House adjourned last Wednesday afternoon, while the Senate worked into the evening and adjourned about 8:30 p.m. This week, conference committees will meet where negotiators from both the House and Senate will iron out the differences in their bills, and each body may not amend a conference committee report, but can only give it an up and down vote. First adjournment is scheduled for Thursday, April 6th, with veto session beginning on April 26th. The last omnibus budget bill typically closes out the legislative session after the Consensus Revenue Estimating Group meets during the April break and releases the last revenue and budget projections for the fiscal year. The SALT parity cleanup bills are working their way through the process. The SALT Parity Act passed last session and is effective for tax year 2022 and allows electing a pass-through entity to avoid state or local tax or SALT deductions limitations for individuals at the federal level. As returns are being processed this tax season, filing questions have arisen regarding the calculation of the tax for electing a pass-through entities that have income tax from Kansas and non-Kansas sources. In light of the ambiguity, and based on legislative intent of the SALT Parity Act, as well as the cleanup bill that is moving through the legislature, the Department of Revenue will accept returns filed by electing pass-through entities that calculate the tax either before or after apportionment for Kansas residents. The tax for non-residents will continue to be calculated after apportionment. The KSCPA sent out an email with a link to the KDOR's worksheet last week. If you missed this email, please contact the KSCPA office for this information. The House Tax Committee passed out a bill last week, and it ran on the floor and passed the House by a vote of 94-30. This bill is estimated to cost the state $1.4 billion over the next 3 years and makes several changes to income tax, property tax, and sales tax policy in Kansas. The bill includes a flat income tax at a rate of 5.25%, increases the Social Security tax threshold, and fully repeals the state portion of the sales tax on food. The Senate's $1.3 billion plan, however, sets the flat tax rate at 4.75% and exempts the first $5,225 of individual income tax and $10,450 for married couples filing jointly. The tax bills will be worked in a House Senate Tax Conference Committee next week, or potentially in veto session after the Consensus Revenue Estimators meet in April. Finally, House Bill 2292 has passed both the House and the Senate. This bill provides a tax credit to businesses that provide apprenticeship programs. This measure, along with Apex and Star Bond provisions, will be discussed in the Commerce Conference Committee. If you have any questions or need additional information on any of these issues, please contact myself or Danielle at the KSCPA office. Thanks so much and have a great week.